The stars whispered warnings long before the expedition launched. But the Xarn didn't listen. They believed themselves superior, chosen by evolution to conquer, expand, and enlighten the lesser species that dotted the spiral arms. For 300 years, their dominion grew, worlds bowed, empires shattered, fleets burned in the cold black as the Xarn advanced. Only one shadow darkened their path, a name, not a species, spoken in hushed, fearful tones. The feared. Their real name was lost to history, buried beneath the wreckage of every fleet foolish enough to challenge them. The feared were a myth, a ghost story to frighten hatchlings and caution overzealous admirals. Or so the Xarn High Command believed, until the day they made first contact. It began as most great mistakes do, with arrogance. The Starship Triumph of Enlightenment, a colossal dreadnought bristling with weaponry and carrying an elite diplomatic corps, emerged from hyperspace into the Sol system. Their mission, subjugation by diplomacy or force. Their target, the small blue planet designated by galactic records as Earth. The Council's archives were sparse, centuries old, fragmented, warning of isolationist tendencies, aggressive defense protocols, and, curiously, no confirmed visual encounters. Most dismissed Earth as a stagnant, insignificant world hidden behind old war stories and outdated quarantine zones. Commander Vrel the Xarn did not share that dismissal. His spines twitched as he observed the blue-green marble on the view screen. "Begin broadcast," he ordered, his voice sharp with practice authority. Universal translation protocols engaged. Standard integration offer. The communications officer obeyed, transmitting the Xarn's well-rehearsed message of peaceful annexation, technological uplift, and, if necessary, the consequences of refusal. For 17 minutes, there was silence. Then the signal came. The screen flickered. Static crackled. Then an image resolved. A human face, framed in a crisp black uniform devoid of insignia. Their eyes were cold, expression unreadable, their presence unsettling in its quiet intensity. "You should not have come here," the human said simply. Vrel's frills stiffened. "Identify yourself," he commanded. "We come representing the ascendant Xarn Dominion. Your species will benefit from our guidance. Resistance is—" "You misunderstand," the human interrupted, voice calm yet heavy with something far worse than aggression, certainty. "This is not diplomacy. This is not war. This is your only warning." Confusion rippled through the command crew. Vrel's jaws flexed in irritation. "Are you the leader of Earth?" The human smiled, and for the first time, Vrel understood why even the most ruthless galactic empires whisper to the feared. It was not the smile of a diplomat, nor a warrior. It was a smile of something ancient and patient, something that had already planned the funeral before the battle began. "I speak for what you fear," the human replied, and terminated the transmission. In the void of space, silence lingered like the aftertaste of poison. Vrel's second-in-command, Subcommander Hesk, hissed in disbelief. No fleet defenses detected. Minimal orbital presence. Should we proceed to... The proximity alarm shrieked. Space warped outside the viewport. Reality twisted, as if protesting the arrival of something unnatural. Then it appeared. Not a fleet, not an armada. One ship. It drifted into view, black as the abyss, sleek and angular, its surface shimmering with impossible technology. No identifying markers, no registry codes, nothing but the faint, crimson glow of its engines and a single name etched into its hull. Fury of Soul. Vrel's eyes widened. Tactical assessment. Sensors screamed in protest as they tried to analyze the vessel. Shielding? Off the charts. Weaponry? Indeterminate. But energy readings spiked beyond known limits. Worse than the raw data, was the crew's reaction. Veteran Xarn warriors, conquerors of dozens of species, sat frozen, their spines flattened against their skulls, eyes wide with instinctual dread. "This cannot be," Hesk whispered. "They are extinct, the feared. It's propaganda." The Fury of Soul moved. In less than a second, the Xarn dreadnought starboard batteries detonated. No energy discharge, no visible weapon strike, just catastrophic failure. Bulkheads ruptured, fire and atmosphere vented into the void. Before damage control protocols could even engage, the portside engines followed. They hacked us. Vrel choked, staring at the carnage unfolding on his own vessel. Impossible. Xarn encryption was unbreakable. The human face reappeared on every console, every screen, every surface capable of displaying data. We warned you. The fury of Sol accelerated, not with the cumbersome grace of conventional starships, but with predatory precision, closing the distance like a predator descending on prey. Vrel screamed orders, evasive maneuvers, return fire, emergency jump calculations, but nothing worked. The triumph of enlightenment, a vessel that symbolized the apex of Xarn engineering, was helpless. In the final moments, Vrel saw the truth etched into humans' expression. Indifference. The fury of Sol didn't even fire again. Instead, it broadcast a signal. Throughout the galaxy, hidden surveillance buoys, listening stations, and diplomatic relay hubs received the same message simultaneously. A simple, unambiguous warning. Stay away. You are not ready. The feared remember. The Xarn High Command received it first. Panic swept through their ranks as sensor logs confirmed the impossible. Technologies defying known science, tactical superiority beyond comprehension, and worst of all, the unmistakable evidence that humanity, the feared, had never truly disappeared. They had simply chosen to be left alone. Until now, survivors of the triumph, few as they were, spoke of the encounter with haunted eyes. They described the fury of Sol as not merely a warship, but a harbinger. The humans had not come to conquer, negotiate, or retaliate. They had come to remind the galaxy. For centuries, factions whispered of ancient battles, of fleets vanishing without a trace, of empires collapsing overnight. Historians dismissed them as myth. The reality was far more terrifying. Humanity had once walked among the stars, their power unmatched, their wrath unparalleled. But then, inexplicably, they vanished. Some speculated internal collapse. Others believed in technological transcendence. The truth was simpler, more chilling. They had grown bored. The galaxy was not ready. They had retreated, hidden, waiting, watching. And now, the Xarn had woken them. In the following months, confirmed human sightings surged. Black-hulled ships, bearing no nation or faction insignia, appeared across neutral zones, along trade routes, near the borders of empires both mighty and obscure. Some carried messages. Others carried wreckage, remnants of pirate fleets, slave armadas, or aggressive patrols foolish enough to challenge them. The Galactic community, ever hungry for hierarchy and power struggles, panicked. Old rivalries faded. Ancient wars cooled. Alliances formed, not out of hope, but out of shared fear. Diplomatic channels buzzed with frantic attempts to contact Earth, to appease the feared, to understand their intentions. But Earth remained silent, except for the ships, except for the message, stay away. The Council convened an emergency summit. Representatives of over 30 species gathered. Their diverse physiologies and cultural enmities set aside under the looming shadow of human resurgence. Grand Arbiter Zelvor, eldest of the Ithri, addressed the assembly. For millennia, we dismissed the legends. We believed ourselves safe in our arrogance. The humans, the feared, they have returned. We must tread carefully. An ambassador from the Krellin hegemony slammed his clawed fist onto the table. Caution? They attacked a diplomatic vessel. The Xarn may be expansionist brutes, but such aggression. They warned us, hissed the Chiran diplomat, mandibles clicking nervously. They always warn first. A grainy image appeared, recovered footage from a Xarn probe orbiting Mars. Hundreds of ships, the black, unmarked vessels of the feared, assembled in tight, silent formations. Not a battle group, not an invasion force, but a deterrent, a reminder. And at their center, larger than any known vessel, hovered a Leviathan, the Leviathan of Sol, as the frightened technicians labeled it. Its surface bristled with weapon arrays, sensor pods, and systems so advanced they defied understanding. It dwarfed stations, ships, even moons. It was, by every metric, a mobile superweapon. This is what we face, Zelvor concluded grimly. The humans did not vanish. They prepared. And now the galaxy is on notice. A murmur of fearful agreement spread through the hall. For the first time in living memory, the war-hardened empires of the galaxy, the petty tyrants and grand coalitions, understood unity, not through diplomacy or mutual benefit, but through shared terror. Meanwhile, in a hidden facility beneath Earth's surface, Commander Sloan watched the Galactic broadcast with quiet satisfaction. "Took them long enough," she muttered, sipping her coffee. An aide approached, nervous despite the controlled environment. "Ma'am, the Xarn have recalled their fleets. The Krellin have opened trade negotiations. The Ithri are pushing for a non-aggression pact." It worked. Sloane's lips curved faintly. Of course it worked. We didn't hide for 2 centuries to stumble now. Her gaze drifted to the holographic projection of the Leviathan of Soul, its predatory silhouette a testament to human ingenuity and patience. Let them fear. Let them remember. She turned to the command console, issuing new orders. Patrols expanded. Stealth satellites deployed. The message remained unchanged. Humanity was watching. And it provoked again. The galaxy would learn why the legends called them the feared.